What is going on, guys? Welcome to a brand new video. Hope you're gonna enjoy this relaxed Q&A. Take a break from the vlog, wild personality Maxx, and we'll get a little more casual. We haven't done a Q&A in a couple months, so we got myself, Mr. Dude, the lake back there. We asked, to give us questions on Instagram, which is at Maxx Chewning if you want to follow me, and we'll just get started. Why bother with Ever Forward when Sour Strips is taken off? Wouldn't time be better spent on sour strips? I feel like if you have that mindset, that means like no entrepreneur could ever have two businesses. It's all about delegation of tasks, not needing to do everything in all of your businesses. And it's taken me many years to understand that I don't need to do everything, and I can let my baby go a little bit and let people do tasks that I used to want to manage 24/7 because I was like, no one else can do what I do. I gotta do it the best. And then, and then sometimes that's not right. Sometimes you learn that people can actually do it better, and you should spend time where other people cannot replicate what you can do. A prime example is I try to delegate so I can put time into YouTube because no one can make the sick videos except for your boy Maxi Poo, okay? So we're balancing, we're learning, we're trying out here. Have you recovered from your stonk losses? If you didn't know, the market did a huge crash over the past couple weeks. I still want to make that stock video. I know people don't talk about like money, but I'll tell you. So I have two portfolios. I have a Robinhood and I have a Vanguard. The Robinhood is my essentially gambling portfolio. It's kind of my YOLO one, I call it. And then my Vanguard is my IRA. It's a little bit safer. It's a lot of ETFs, index funds, long-term things where I don't do trading, I don't sell. I probably should never sell because I end up just burning myself. But since August, I have invested in Robinhood specifically. Vanguard is a bigger account, $160,000. And before the crash, at my peak, I had a return of $128,000 or around $128,000 on my 160. So a great return. And then it crashed down, and at one point, my return from 128 was down to like 20, and I was like, oh my God. But I hodled, and we're back up to 77,000 in gains. We have to make a bunch more money to get back up where we were. But the thing with this, everyone's an expert, and apparently no one just tells me, because everyone's like, oh, you should have sold, you should have put the stop losses. It's like, if everyone knew the market was gonna crash, then everyone would just have sold and then bought back and be millionaires, but it just doesn't work like that. We're gonna make stock market video eventually, I promise you, but we are recovering, my friend. Can you recall your scariest moment in your business? That would be potentially renting a 15,000 square foot warehouse where the rent will be about $16,000 or $17,000 when you put everything together, and my current rent is $3,000. So a huge financial jump, but we're doing big things. You gotta take big risks to make big rewards. Can I get an amen, dude? Amen, woof. Would you ever join the military? Fun fact, a little history about the Chewnings is that the men in my family on my dad's side, so my brother, my dad, my granddad, my great-granddad, everyone has been in the military for as long as I can remember, and however many generations it goes back. And I was the first Chewning to stop the tradition of going in the military. Everyone went into the Army. My dad was in the Airborne, and yeah, my brother was in the Army for like 8 or 9 years, and it just wasn't for me. I always considered, and I don't mean that this is a fallback for everyone, but I considered at one point that if I couldn't get into college, if I couldn't do anything, I was like, I'll just go to the military. Like I was like, that was kind of my backup plan. Not that it's you get what I'm trying to say, right? I'm not saying it's a backup plan for everyone, but that was like my thing. And I don't know, but at no point did I ever feel like my family was disappointed in me that I wasn't kind of carrying on this, I don't know if legacy, I don't think it's legacy, but just the generational norm of going into the military. It just wasn't for me. I was not interested in it. So Tyler Beeson, biggest fitness mistakes you made? Caring too much. Because like I used to care. I was like, I have to be so strong. I gotta get big. Everyone cares. No one cares. And I don't care if anyone does care. Like I just do what I want to do, and I used to get so butthurt when people would talk about my progress. You get people that are like, Max, your training progress, you haven't put any pounds on your deadlift. You can only lift 650 like 2 years ago. And I'm like, bitch, you can't even lift 550. Shut up, right? So I don't really care. Powerlifting is something that I love, and it's a big part of what I do. But I don't stress out anymore if my lifts aren't progressing as fast as I want. I have a lot of other things going on in my life. And remember, we make life gains, which are more important than gym gains. My life does not, fitness is a big part of my life, but I feel like you're gonna be, if all you are is how much you can lift, all you are is how great your body looks, like someone else is gonna be stronger, someone else is gonna be hotter. It ain't gonna be me, but someone will. So you gotta expand out. And I think people just need to stop obsessing and thinking everyone like cares how big their biceps are, cares how shredded they are. I mean, look at me. I'm not super shredded. I haven't any PRs recently, and I think you guys still like me. They like me, dude. They really like me. How long do you plan on doing YouTube for? I love all your content. Well, to be honest, I think I'm gonna quit YouTube because my last video, which was super sick, I'm gonna turn this lighting up a little bit. My last video was super sick, and it didn't get as many views, and I think it all comes down to the title and the thumbnail, and that's why maybe this title and thumbnail had to do a little clickbait, because it's all about the title and thumbnail, and it's the most stressful thing ever, because the content is just as good as it ever is, if not better than it. I'm always putting more effort, and it comes down to title and thumbnail. If you missed the last video, even if you watched already, please just go back to the last video and watch it. Leave a comment on the last video and say, I got you, Max. And let me know and just boost that, because when a video doesn't hit 100K before my next video, it makes me not want to put out a video. Oh yeah, I didn't answer the question. I'm gonna do it for as long as people watch my videos. Realistically, if I had to put a time frame, I wanna do it forever, but I think it got me for like 5 more years. 5 more years of this annoying face. Oh my, 5 more years. People are like, God, it's 5 more years that I have to click on this guy's videos just to thumbs down his videos and talk shit. I hate him, but I just can't unsubscribe. You know when you watch like a show and you don't like it, you're like, I'm just not gonna watch this show anymore. YouTube, internet personalities, people are like, God, I don't like this guy at all, but I'm gonna subscribe. I'm gonna follow his Instagram just so I can see what he does that pisses me off. I don't understand it. There's people that are thumbs downing this video for no reason. I'm like, you loser, get a life. Go drink about that lime, dude. How much money did you have saved up before you left your 9-to-5 in Virginia to pursue Everforward and YouTube full time? So I quit my job back in, I think it's been like 5 years now. I think it was July of, I wanna say 2016. I've been doing YouTube for about 3 or so years. No, I take that back. No, I've been working for 3 years while I did YouTube. I don't know, the time frame's all messed up. I have a whole video about this when I quit my job. But I think I had saved up about $100,000. I wanna say that I had maybe anywhere from $70,000 to $100,000. And what I really did is I knew I wanted to leave my job. I knew I wanted to pursue YouTube. I knew I wanted to pursue opportunities to travel and collab. But I think I was making at the time, I made sure that I made for a year consistent money, and I was making off of like YouTube and sponsorships and everything at the time, $8,000 a month. And I made $8,000 a month, and I tracked it in my phone for a full year. And once I knew that I was making consistently the same $8 grand, which is more than I made in my job, I was only making like 40,000, 45,000. That's when I quit. And it was a big moment for me, and I was really, really scared. And now I've never looked back. It was the best decision I ever made. You got me full time. Max, you quit your job to make YouTube videos, and now you're making less YouTube videos. I'm like, yeah, it's because I'm growing up, and I got employees and responsibilities and stuff, you know? Best advice for a soon-to-be dog owner, and yes, getting a doodle. I would say, obviously, spend as much time with them, but I think the reason myself and I was gonna say me and dude have a great, he's barking another dog. The reason that dude and I have a good bond is because we spend, dude, you're not making a good point here. Because we spend so much time together, dude, thank you for protecting me. Since he goes everywhere with me, he listens to me and respects me and is obedient to me. I know everyone can't take their dog everywhere, not everyone can do this, but spend as much time with your dog as possible. It's very easy to get a dog and then continue in your normal routine of your day and kind of not forget about your dog, but just forget that like you're all the dog has. So the dog is like a thing to you, but you're the dog's everything. So make sure you go on walks just because it's cold, just because it's like super hot, just because you're tired. Dude still goes on 2 walks every day unless it's pouring down rain. I take him to the park every weekend. I spend as much time with him. I train him. I play with him. And it's just spend as much time with him. You'll do great. You're gonna be a great dog parent. Would you consider yourself an introvert who likes to have a good time? I don't know what the whole good time thing is. I don't know if I really dove down into like introvert, extrovert, like what they truly are. I know extroverts are like outgoing, introverts are not outgoing. And people would look at me and be like, oh my gosh, Max, you're so wacky, you're definitely an extrovert. But like if I was to go to a party with someone that I knew, let's say dude's a person and he's like, I'm gonna take you to this party. I'm like, okay, cool. And we go to the party and then dude has to go to the bathroom. I'm like tapping the home screen on my phone, making it look like I'm doing something. I'm not like going to talk to random people. I don't go to bar. I would never go to bar by myself. I don't know. I don't like go up to random people to try to talk to them. I don't go to, as you can see, because I'm single, but I don't try to go pick up girls. I don't think I've ever approached a girl at a bar or social event. I've never seen an attractive girl and like gone over there and said some suave thing because my game is not very good. I'm just like, they'll come to me. They never come to me. We're gonna crack open another one, but before we do, take a moment to say thank you to the sponsor of today's video. You guys know I wear these blue light blocking glasses from Movement. These are super affordable. I've been working with Movement for a long time. They have watches and accessories, things like that, all at great price points. You're gonna get free shipping and a discount if you check out the link in the description. But these are the Hide Ever Scroll in a tortoise color. Tortoise is always the move, by the way. But with my code, it's only like $65 shipped. You're gonna look smarter. It's gonna stop the blue light at night, really take the strain off your eyes. So go check them out. Thank you to them for sponsoring the video. Use Maxx for a discount so you can be this cool. Alyssa, how did you and Mona meet? I'm gonna try to make this fast. So I used to own a gym, or be a part owner of a gym when I was in Virginia. It was called District Barbell. And Mona became friends with one of the owners and she just kind of started showing up at the gym. She brought us like free protein drinks. I think she worked for VPX or something. She was like a rep. Anyway, she brought us free drinks or free protein shakes, and I was like, oh, she's cool. And then she quit her job as like an administrative assistant at like a dental office, I think. And then I was like, hey, do you want to help me pack some orders? And she's like, sure. And then she kind of just helped me here and there packing orders. And then I realized since she didn't have a job and had more free time, sounds bad if she didn't have a job, I was like, hey, like, would you help me on the organizational side of Ever Forward? I really need that help. And she was like, sure. And then she started helping me a lot with just kind of organizing. And then when I moved to Texas, she had moved a lot, so she was used to moving. She's making a lot more now than she did. But I was like, I can't pay you a bunch of money at the time, but if you want to take this leap with me, because I'm gonna have to find someone to get to Texas, like, you can move. And she took a leap of faith. At least I look at it that way. She bet on me. She took a leap of faith, and I think she's super happy. She's gotten along with everyone here. She's like best friends with Heidi and a lot of the girls, and she's a super big asset to me. She's one of the best people that's come into my life on a friendship and a business side, that our relationship is strictly business and strictly friends, and it's just works so well. And she's a huge asset to the team, just like everyone else is. She's like my right hand when it comes to everything. And I always say that if I was to get hit by a truck, knock on wood or something, that she would take care of dudes. So, dude, you're in good hands. Okay, if heaven had visiting hours, how would you spend them with your dad? I really liked this question. No one's ever asked me anything like that. Well, similar, but this is cool. If heaven has everything, I think what I would do with my dad is we would go to Cracker Barrel to eat, and then after Cracker Barrel, we would get a rock candy, like pop, like lollipop thing, the rock candy, like with the stick in it. He would always get one of those for me, and then we would go to the skate park, because my dad actually had a motorcycle, and he would take me to the skate park. It was called the Wasena Skate Park in Roanoke, Virginia, and he would take me there, and he would just let me skate for like hours, and he would just like watch me. And I remember that I was just like always so happy because he would always be down as much time as I wanted to, and he would always encourage me to like, he's like, all right, drop in. He's like, I got you, man. And it's just a really good memory I have of my dad. And amongst other things, I'd go to a coffee house. He used to own a bunch of coffee houses. It was called the Daily Grind. Actually owned a steakhouse as well. The great 611 Steak Company. He started a steak. My dad was an entrepreneur. I don't know if like my dad being an entrepreneur is what made me an entrepreneur, but yeah. Either way, I just love to spend some time with him, you know? When is Ever Forward Apparel going to be open for business again? We're targeting April 3rd. I am so excited for the return of Ever Forward. It has been too long. We have a lot of launches already planned. And ladies, I'm looking to you because this launch is so focused around you guys because you've been neglected for too long. And we have a lot of amazing stuff. So I'm targeting April 3rd. I hope you're ready. I'm like, it's been too damn long and I've been making up too many excuses. All right, last question. Wow, this is a long video. Have you actually used Bumble since downloading it? I've used dating apps, but the responses have not been ideal because I don't know. I'm gonna show you some of the conversations that I've had. It's not many, but I feel like we should get some help on this. Someone who can give me true feedback. Let's go get them. Okay, so we have the experts here, David and Julia. David, dating expert, Julia, a girl. So I matched with these girls for, you know, whatever reason. They thought I was really witty in my captions. This is on Hinge. And then a lot of the conversations just kind of like start and then they end. And I don't know why. My problem is I feel like I'm super witty and cool, but when I have to like prove that in like a message, that's where I fail.
Okay.
So I'm just going to read some of these.
Okay.
Let's see what you got.
They're not long. Okay? Okay, here's one. She responded to one of my whatever, my posts. She said, I agree with you on the frozen margaritas, and then a laughing face. I said, it's an alcoholic Slurpee. What's not to like? Ooh. That's it. And then it never talked to her. That was 4 days ago.
Ooh.
What?
I was just making you sweat.
What?
I thought it was funny.
Why,
maybe she didn't like the word alcoholic, and then she's thinking maybe like, oh no, he's an alcoholic. I don't know.
No, I just think that
why'd they leave me on red?
you gotta ask a question the first couple times. You gotta make it easy for the girl to respond. Oh.
She could be like, ha ha.
And then what would you say?
Okay, it was still like
I probably would have been like, she responded, I'm out.
That's the most you're gonna get from a girl though, is like putting yourself out there in that first message. Now she's like, okay, it's your turn to carry the conversation.
I had to ask a question immediately after.
Okay, you could have been like it's an alcoholic Slurpee. You guys follow up with like a generic question like, what trouble are you causing tonight? Just to start a conversation. Because you're not just gonna sit there talking about margaritas, you know? I
would like that though. This one, I messaged her. She matched me. She was wearing these elephant pants. And I watched a lot of Shark Tank, and there was a pitch. And I said, I need to know if the elephant pants are from that company that was on Shark Tank. Because there was a Shark Tank with elephant pants. She goes, love Shark Tank. But I got these from a street vendor in Thailand, so I'm thinking not. Haha, I'm curious now about this company though. Lol, elephant pants are 10 out of 10. V comfy. Long response. So I said, here's the link. The pants. Then she never responded.
Yeah, I mean, I get you're making it too much about the pants.
All you sent is the link. She's like, "What is it? You want me to buy these?"
No, I linked to the Shark Tank episode of the
coupon code equals Maxx.
What was she? Oh, she said I'm very curious, so I'm telling her about these pants.
But then you didn't even say anything else.
But you're on a dating app.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know.
You're like selling her a product.
You gotta like. So you think about it like this, the icebreaker, but now you gotta turn it into a conversation.
I'm 0 for 2. Okay, here. Okay, you're getting another one. She responded to like my frozen, or I said you better like frozen margaritas or whatever. She said, "What if I'm more on the rocks, girl?" ...
Ooh.
I said, "That's quite a problem, to be honest." And then she never responded. They never respond.
Because you gotta like ask a question. I think you could be like, "Ooh, I don't think this is gonna work out," but then you gotta follow it up with like a question. You gotta have some just like generic conversation starters. Like, what trouble are you causing tonight?
See, so David, you're basically saying I immediately go in for the kill of like, we should grab a drink or something.
Well, no, like one.
I'm more like, let's chat for a week and a half. You know, let's drag this out. And then I'll probably never. I never actually want to meet up.
You're going into pen pal zone.
Oh man. Ugh. Okay. Here's another one. Okay, this is Chloe. She has a picture of her like drinking a fancy drink. I said, I like the photo because alcohol is involved. Is that frowned upon? But she responded. are you kidding? A year into the pandemic, alcohol is my love language. And then she said something about like, I like men with expansive taste on her thing. Mm-hmm. I was like, does expansive taste, is that a typo for expensive, or are you suggesting your tastes expand? She said, it means I like a man with a variety of interests. And I said, I like a variety of options in my Chipotle bowl. And then she never responded.
You what? No, these are good lines. But again, you're just leaving like the full, because if you're, how would you reply to that if you were a girl? I like a variety of options in my Chipotle.
Do me.
Man.
Yeah, I feel like you're just like hitting her with these one-liners, and like she responded to 2, and like that was really good, and then you hit her with another one instead of being like, oh yeah.
You have some great like icebreakers, but then you have to transition to actual conversation.
Yeah, you keep hitting her with these like one-liners. She's gonna be like, I don't know.
I
how to
understand because
respond
like
to
I
this guy.
know that I'm funny, and then
I'm
witty, and I just okay. This one like we kind of went back and forth. We were chatting for a bit, right? It was all about like her not liking pickles on her Chick-fil-A sandwich or something. Chick-fil-A is obviously a touchy subject because we were going back and forth. And she's like, truly sensitive topic. We really should be having discussions about this early, right? Mm-hmm. Whatever. I was like, yeah, we kind of got too aggressive too soon, to be honest.
And she didn't respond.
And then never responded.
Okay, so my thing is like,
do you think these girls also match with other guys?
No, but yes. But to be serious, like this whole like I just looked.
It was too much about the pickles.
Yeah, but like this whole conversation is about Chick-fil-A.
I don't know.
Like as a girl, I'd be like, okay, we've had 18 messages about Chick-fil-A, and he hasn't asked me one thing about me, or like how I'm doing, or like we should hang out. It's all Chick-fil-A.
So, okay, next time I match, I'm just gonna be like, hey, sup, you're hot. Want to grab a drink? No? Okay.
No.
Keep your wittiness.
Keep that first message, but then maybe like look at her photos and ask her a question about something in her photo. Then maybe ask, oh, cool, so what are you up to tonight? And then be like, awesome, you seem like a cool girl. Would you want to hang out sometime?
So I guess I always gotta ask a question. Okay, so here's the last one because I only had about 5 matches. This one, this is a little special. I think this one relaxed. I responded on her thing. She said my love language is tequila. Mm-hmm. I responded, frozen or on the rocks margaritas. She said, rocks or straight. I said, oh gosh, see, I'm a frozen or straight kind of guy. Should we end this before it begins, or can you get past that?
That's a good question. Did she respond?
No, and that was a week ago. But I found this girl on Instagram, and she has like her own business and everything. And she's like attractive. I was like, I'm gonna reach back out, say something witty, okay? Yeah. I was left on. So what I said is this what it feels like to be left on red?
Nothing.
Is this? I thought it was funny. Is this what it feels like to be left on red?
Or she could be like, oh, this guy like really is butthurt that I didn't respond.
I don't get these games they're playing. I think
it was good. I think there's also just like a certain percentage of girls are just gonna like not reply.
Yeah.
The other ones maybe could have been tweaked. I think this was a solid. Again, your first message game's on point.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know what I'm going for here because like I think my problem is that I don't actually want to meet up with anyone.
That's the problem. So that's why.
So why are you using the apps?
I think I like the idea that I'm like, oh, match, okay. Oh, we got a thing, haha, a little funny back and forth conversation. But then I'm like, I gotta drive all the way downtown or Uber, and then I'm gonna have to go out, and then like, what if you're different in real life?
Are they all downtown? You haven't even asked you haven't even gotten.
Who lives around here besides us?
Or you should just try a completely different game and go in for the kill.
Yeah, just don't even take my advice and go one to. But
mark?
just the idea is to get to the end goal soon. So like to ask her on a date soon, and also not to spend too much time talking about like Chipotle and margarita. Like one message.
If that's what you're looking for, like you could find like a pen pal.
Like I like to consider myself a suave guy. I just don't know how to handle these things where it's like it's almost like a game of like impress me with your like three. You have 3 messages to send me, but just to decide if we're gonna work out tonight.
But I think that's not. Whatever. I don't think that's how they work. I think the problem is you just need to make the conversation as easy as possible for the girl, and you're hitting them with like some like punchy messages, but like I don't even know how I'd reply to that.
I'm gonna work on it.
Proud of you.
What do you guys think? Leave some comments down below. I'm actually gonna wrap the video up here because we're gonna watch a movie, and this has been way too. How long was this clip? Oh my god, that's 10 minutes. I'm gonna have to cut some of those questions out because the original Q&A was already 20 minutes. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you could take 2 seconds and hit the thumbs up button, I really appreciate it. You notice like y'all are in like all my videos now. So y'all are like the finale of like all my videos.
Yeah, you're in pretty much all my videos as well now.
They better like it because that's what they're gonna be getting. See you guys in the next one. Eat more sour strips and ever forward. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.